mainly after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds, lows around 68.
Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. We're live. I don't know what's going on with the whole streaming thing, but we got one dot. So if it kicks us off, it kicked us off like right before 7 o'clock.
Well, let's talk about this. Study links poor sleep to self-harm in teenagers.
Good morning, TJ Ferguson.
Oh, yeah, she's lagging today. Look at this. A new study finds that Americans aged 25 to 44 are dying at a much higher rates than their peeps in other wealthy countries.
I believe it.
We're 2.6 times more likely to die than those in similar nations.
What you playing today, TJ Ferguson?
That was God's Country by Blake Shelton.
Our topic of the
We'll go straight into the weather.
All right. Good morning, McCurry County. How's everything?
Let's see this one anyway. Here's your McCurry County weather forecast. Brought to you by Pines Cellular. Coverage when it matters most. Today after 4 p.m. Highs near 91 degrees. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for your overnight hours, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mainly after 1 a.m. 68 degrees.
Our topic of the day is tips to help your Monday blues. The infamous Monday blues ends and the work week begins. But Mondays don't have to be bad. Here's some real those Monday blues and maybe even start looking forward to them. Reframe your Mondays as a fresh start. Treat it like a reset button instead of a punishment. A new week, new opportunities. Maybe you had a bad week last week. Maybe you're in sales. Maybe, you got a store. Maybe you got, stuff that just sales didn't go through last week. That's okay. That's expected, actually. I've worked for bread. I've worked for energy drink company. After August and September are the worst months because everybody's going back to school.
Really?
Yeah, they especially like bread and that, they tell you to cut their famous and then cut some more because during the summertime everybody buys low of bread. What's kids are going to be home. They're buying bread, sandwiches, going back to school, so nobody's buying. And in September, that's when they paying off the credit cards and stuff. They're not buying right now. So don't feel too bad if the sales are slow. You got to shop. You got something, and just they're not coming in right now. Hey, everybody else is too, and you can actually prepare for that too. We may do a segment on that, preparing for the worst as a business. It's going to happen. So avoid that Sunday dread. Do a light prep on Sunday, a wall Monday morning. Even something as simple as setting out your clothes or planning breakfast helps. We'll have some studies about teens and their sleep. The more they need to get all they can. A lot of the teens, they want to stay up all night. And you remember being like that, stay up all night, but you remember dreading through school and hoping just go to sleep. So,
hoping for that substitute.
Yeah, where we ain't doing much today. Just do this worksheet and that's it for today.
So we're doing the top 10 songs for August 25th, correct?
Yes, in 1988.
So top 10, here's your number 10 spot. Mel McDaniel, Real Good, Feel Good Song. A fun, toe-tapping track made to lift spirits. Perfect mix of country charm and lighthearted energy.
Yeah, our deal keeps going black.
Sounds super familiar.
Yeah, what's that? I haven't heard that one before. All right, we back. Lego Star Wars, TJ Ferguson, nice.
Ooh, 1 in 3 employees have dated a work colleague.
Oh, man.
I have never. Not too many options in our.
Appreciate the like, Randy Walker and TJ Ferguson.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Y'all got any things y'all do Monday morning to start your work week? Is it, you just jump up, hit it hard, maybe do some push-ups, jumping jacks, something just to kick it in gear? All right. That was Mel McDaniel with Real Good, Feel Good Song. We're doing the top 10 songs on this date, August 25th in 1988. And our topic of the day is things that you can do to curb the Monday blues. How about set one thing to look forward to on Monday, whether it's lunch with a friend, a favorite coffee order, or a new podcast episode. Give yourself a small reward. Morning routine hacks. Make Monday mornings more enjoyable. And you give yourself something to look forward to Monday. That I bet you that helps. Like maybe it's the one day you get up early enough to get breakfast. That's the one day. Kick off your week good. The rest of the week you can finish off the diet or whatever you do. But just have that. Make it your time Monday morning for a fresh start to get up early, make that cup of coffee, and just sit on the front porch. It's going to start cooling down here in the next couple months. I remember my papa, John McKinney. He would spend the night at his house, and every morning, like he'd be up at 4:30.
Nice.
And he would make his coffee, and he had an old metal black chair sitting on the front porch, and he'd sit there in the dark. It slowly started lighting up. Sun's coming up. We're getting ready to go to school and stuff. But yeah, he enjoyed his cup of coffee and just sitting there listening to the birds start chirping. Nature waking up. So even if it's that, take the time to wake up early, a little bit earlier, and enjoy the little moments before you kick off the work week.
Being on time, I think just waking up on time, not being late Monday morning.
Yeah. Because it could be a snowball effect.
Yeah.
Like you started off Monday bad, it's just, you look back Friday and be like, you know what, everything all week just hasn't been, well, maybe it's the late start. So try getting an early start, see how that works out for you. And plus, the traffic is much better when you get up a little earlier. Because, everybody, I've done it for so many years. You want to get as much sleep as possible, especially on your days off. If you're off during the week, you don't want to take the kids, right at 7:30. 7:50 is good enough. They don't eat breakfast anyway, so 7:50, 7:55. But now you got to beat traffic. Now you got to weave in and out. You got the crazy drivers. It's so much better just getting up and not being in a hurry. Stop and get the kids some donuts. That could be a deal. I used to like doing that with the kids. Like, hey, y'all wake up early enough, we'll get some donuts.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. We'd be up, too.
Watch how fast they get ready. Like, So, hey, we appreciate everybody. We're back on our Facebook and YouTube. We keep going in and out, but for right now, we got a steady connection. And on here, on the top 10 songs of August 25th, 1988, we have Glenn Campbell at number 9 with I Have You, a tender ballad showcasing Campbell's smooth vocals and celebrating the comfort and strength of love. I think this would be cool to do every Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Like that way, it'll give them something. Hey, they do the top 10, whatever. Just...
Dude, I haven't heard any of these two. I'm kind of
Let's see.
Educate me a little bit.
Let me just say yes. I never heard them before. I may have heard The Wanderer by Eddie Rabbitt. And then Don't Close Your Eyes by Keith Whitley. Other than that, I haven't heard any of these. Lego Star Wars, TJ Ferguson. Is that like do you do missions or is it, what is that?
I think it's kind of like the Lego Batman.
Oh,
like that? Like the Batman and Robin, I think. I played a little bit of it when I was little.
So number 10 was Mel McDonald, Real Good Feel Good Song. Have y'all heard of that ever? Because I haven't. Of course, I wasn't even born yet. Like I was still, this is the month before I was born. So of course I wouldn't have heard it, but kind of for the song or the Legos. And then like Glenn Campbell, I know some of his songs, but I've never heard I Have You. See, that's crazy. Our Wi-Fi is like it'll spike and then it'll drop back down. And they're coming out with a new Lego Batman game. Speaking of that, I've never played them, man. I think the last non-sport game that I played was Gears of War 4.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, like non-Call of Duty or Battlefield, anything like that. It had to be Gears of War.
Call of Duty. That was Glenn Campbell. I Have You. That was number 9 in our top 10 songs of August 25th of 1988.
I wasn't even born. I've never heard these two songs. It's crazy because at a certain point in age, you kind of go back to what, older songs, what was popular, you kind of just do your own research and you find older songs from the 80s and stuff that you kind of like that you add to your playlist. I've heard a lot of Glenn Campbell. I've never heard of Mel McDonald. But Glenn Campbell, I know a few of his songs, but that's one I've never heard. And of course, I wasn't born till a month later after today, or so I wasn't even born yet. So of course I wouldn't heard on the radio. But usually, growing up in the 90s was weird because that was when television and everything was going 24/7.
I got a question.
What's up?
So 1999, like before 2000, like was everybody scared or conspiracy theorists? Like, was it going crazy?
Oh, they were pushing it. As a kid, yes, I was terrified. They were used to. I don't know if they still have it.
Like the world's going to end.
Yes.
Yeah.
There used to be a tabloid called the Inquirer. I don't know if it's still around or not, but it was pretty much just stories or whatever. And I remember they would post the most craziest stuff, Bat Boy, and just, and there was a kid that had a bat face and stuff. And you believe that as a kid. Well, they was pushing that Y2K. Like Y2K every day. Everything's going to shut down. Anything with a electronic chip or anything electronic, it's all going to fail. We're going to get sent back to the, it's the end of the world. Yeah. It's this and that, and it's, Cassie Johnson. Good morning, Cassie. She says, yes, over at Y2K. It was real, man. Like, it was so crazy they pushed that, and some people they didn't believe it. Some people did.
So January 1st, everybody just went back to work.
Pretty much back then, man. Like, everybody pretty much got off on the first, first of the year. A lot of people, churches would have stuff to bring in the new year. They would have a service, a singing. They would have a lock-in just to, everybody be at church and stuff. So a lot of people, especially that year, it's kind of one of those, well, I don't believe it, but just in case, I'm going to be at church. So, yeah, they pushed that, man. 1999, we'll have to talk about that one of these days. Maybe another week, maybe next Monday. Who knows? We may do this top 10 thing every day. I'm coming doing it.
Yeah, I'm excited for these songs. Next up, we got Highway 101. Do You Love Me? AKA Just Say Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, by Highway 101. Enjoy.
I have never heard of Highway 101 ever. Cassie Johnson says, just like 2012 when the Aztec calendar ended, yeah. And they were pushing the end of the world. The Mayans knew the secret.
What's up, Facebook Live? Thanks for joining in this morning. I hope y'all having a good day.
Yeah, I remember one Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was on November 17th, and I can't remember how old I was, but I was not having fun that Thanksgiving. Or it was November 27th was going to be Thanksgiving Day, and I remember seeing it. They used to put on where all the magazines used to be in Walmart. You know, when you're about to get to the checkout line, they got the magazines and stuff. So they used to have a whole rack of because it was all magazines before phones and stuff. It was all magazines everywhere. This magazine, Trucker magazine, guitars, this and that. You know, Mad TV had their own magazine, MTV magazine. Just everybody had magazines, and the Inquirer. They would always be right there, and it always had something. It was pretty much TMZ on paper. So I remember seeing, we're in line, I read UFO captured, tells day of invasion on November 27th. And I'm freaking out, like, that's Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving, I did not have a good day. Like, I'm visiting my cousins, we're playing around, and I just can't, I'm waiting on the invasion. Because I didn't know at the time that those were just like, I don't know what you call those. You know, they call them tabloids. It was maybe taboo, I don't know, but I don't know how they got away with that kind of stuff. It was pretty much like TMZ. They just want a story, something that'll sell. And yeah, for the life of me, I did not until like 3 or 4 that afternoon, and I'm like, well, I guess they're not coming. So I just forgot about it. Started playing, but yeah, the Inquirer, man, they used to have some stories. Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. We're talking about things you do to get your Monday and your week rolling. Tips to take the blues out of Monday. Do the teens and sleeping. All right, that was Highway 101 with Do You Love Me? Just Say Yes. I've never heard that. I've never even heard of Highway 101. So we're learning. I kind of like this. And y'all are along for the ride. We appreciate you tuning in to Idle Bell's First 96.7 KVEL. 28 minutes after the Monday morning pick up, coming up in about 17 minutes. Our topic of the day is to take the blues out of your Monday. And how about making Monday mornings more enjoyable? Light a candle, play your favorite playlist, wear something you love. A few sensory upgrades go a long way. How about skipping the snooze? Go gentle instead. Try a calm wake-up routine, light stretching, a short walk, or a quick meditation instead of dragging yourself out of bed at the last minute. Get plenty of sleep would be the first start. Yes. Night, make sure you go to bed at a decent time. Not your decent time. A normal person would call decent time, because if you're like me, I can't think in my brain, because normal for me is not normal. Like I can get a 2-hour day sleep and I'll be functional at work and stuff. But as soon as I go home, boom, I'm getting those hours in of sleep regardless. So it's better just to get to sleep when you're supposed to.
Oh yeah, you have to have a great night routine to have a good morning routine.
We're talking about, just how about plan smart and not hard. Avoid scheduling anything intense for Monday morning. So, I don't know. Some people like that. They want to hit the gym Monday. That's when they go the hardest, because it, got to shock the system, bruh. shock the system, like hit it hard. And I think it goes back to like sports. That's what you're taught. Like we don't do things. We don't dip the toe in the water here. We dive in head first, So, if that's your thing, you can avoid, anything vigorous. You don't need that 10-mile trek uphill on Monday morning. You can save that for middle of the week. If possible, don't front load your stressful task on Monday. Maybe ease into it. Maybe plan it out to where, okay, we'll do this Monday, and then Tuesday we'll start, kind of hitting the meat and potatoes of whatever your daily task is. And start with something easy or familiar to get into the groove. That may be it. Maybe your planning is off. Maybe you just need that structure of this is how we're going to do it, because a lot of people just wing it. We're also doing our top 10 songs for August 25th, 1988. What do we got next?
For number 7, we have Patty Loveless, A Little Bit of Love, an early Loveless success written by Steve Earle. This bright, flirty song captured the excitement and nerves of new love. Here's Patty Loveless.
I know some kind of little songs, but I don't know this one.
Yeah. I feel like we have some of these on the vinyl. Some of these, like Mel McDaniel, Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, I know we got some Glenn Campbell.
And for the vinyl.
Yeah.
Let's grab the vinyl. We have Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn.
Nice.
That was number 7, Patty Loveless, for the top 10 songs on August 25th, 1988.
Let us know if you know any of these songs. You can give us a call, 286-6642. And let us know if you remember these songs from back in the day. Like I said, we weren't even born yet. So we're doing our due diligence and looking back in time. But maybe you were there. Maybe you heard it on the radio on this day, August 25th, 1988. We're talking about things you can do to curb that Monday's blues. And how about use Mondays to organize your week? Block 15 minutes to review your week and set some goals. Give you a sense of control. Like we said earlier, just if you do everything on the whim, if you don't have anything organized, you don't know when to start and how long it's going to take you. And so if you're unorganized, it just causes more havoc. because you don't have set times to start things and when to be finished with them. And you may struggle in the first task, and it may take you 3 days. Well, now you got 10 more tasks to finish Thursday and Friday. So, plan accordingly. Mental health boosters, move your body. A short workout, a walk, or even 10 jumping jacks can improve mood and energy.
And getting sunlight.
Sunlight. How about grounding? Have you ever heard of
Oh,
that?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like walk outside,
Bare feet.
and dig them toes into the earth.
That actually reduces inflammation in your body.
Does it?
Yeah.
Like little things like that. Stuff your grandma and your papa knew. That they didn't need you to even know. They knew things about nature. They knew just little home remedies and stuff. And maybe we need to get back to that. We're gonna do a show one day about home remedies and things that your grandma and papa and great grandma and great papa knew about this earth and nature. That's what we're trying to get back to. Is all natural. We want natural meat. We don't want no plant-based. We don't want, we don't want none of that. We want our Cracker Barrel back, dang it.
I go by if it has more than 2 ingredients.
Yeah.
I'm not eating it.
For real. Like some of that, honey. Honey was one of those things, like, is it real honey?
Yeah.
Well, look on there. It has to say honey. That's the only ingredient.
Or if I can't pronounce the ingredient.
Oh, yeah. And then, like, it should not have so many things for such basic stuff. Apple juice. Do you think you're really drinking just apple juice? No. Look at those ingredients. And then come back to me. Tell me what you think after that. Let's get back to the playlist. We got number 6, Rodney Crowell. I couldn't leave you if I tried. One of 5 straight #1 hits off of Diamonds and Dirt, this upbeat love song showed off Crowell's mix of clever writing and traditional sound.
Cassie Johnson said I was late. How was y'all's weekend? It was good.
Good, man. Went up and got my spot at Tuscaloosa. Got a place to camp this weekend.
Me and the fam went to the pool at the landing.
Oh, yeah?
Got a little, what is it? I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's like $150 for 6 people to get one of those. I don't know if you've ever been to the pool.
Oh, cabanas?
Yeah, cabana.
Okay.
Yeah. And you get to be there for like all day.
Yeah.
It was lit.
Huh.
Me and Dad went to the casino. I feel like I was on vacation for a little bit.
For real? Even that, we might even do just that. Hey, go get a room somewhere. Just, it ain't gotta be, out of town or anything.
Yeah.
Like just, that Charles Wesley motel where Papa's is in Robobo, they used to have a pool. People used to just rent rooms just so kids could just go swim. They'd rent, they'd be there during the day and just.
You said the one by Papa's?
Yeah. Pastor John says, how'd you do at the casino? He's retiring after this show.
Yeah.
Hit it big.
Me and Micah. I'm retiring. Me and Micah. We out.
Out.
No, I'm down.
Jonathan McKinney says, I do remember this song. So maybe we're unlocking core memories right now that people forgot about.
Rodney Crowell, I Couldn't Leave You If I Tried. That was top 6 of our top 10 songs of August 25th on 1988. We got 5 more of the Judds, Eddie Rabbitt, Restless Heart, Keith Whitley, and Eddie Raven coming up.
Let's talk about starting these Mondays off right. Getting into the habit of making Monday the most important day. Not just a day that you gotta go back to work. Limit social media first thing. It kind of gets a drag once all you see is a lot of hate on social media.
Yeah.
Of people, even people trying to do good. There's people out there helping people, and it's like, well, how come you're not helping nobody? These kind of people. And it gets into politics, it gets into all this stuff, and it's like the dude's just trying to help somebody. He can't save everybody. But doom scrolling, instant Monday spiral, because you see a lot of that. You know what gets more likes or more views than anything on social media?
What?
I would like to see a statistic about this. I'm almost certain bad things or things that anger people get more attention on social media than good things. Because it's television and all that stuff. That's always been the deal. Ratings. We need ratings. We need that story of this couple's together after 1 month after their divorce and this and that. There's a story there, but I feel like I'll have to look that up, because I feel like at some point people are things to talk about, and good things just don't appeal to them anymore. Like, how far have we fallen as a society where you can't just wish somebody a good job on social media? You got a lot of haters and stuff just for somebody doing what they love. They're not hurting nobody. They're not, they're just, they're just doing what they do. And then there's somebody on there, Bam Margera. He's been through a lot of stuff over the years. The skateboarder that used to die when I was in high school. He was a skateboarder. He was part of the whole, I don't even know if I can say this on the air, the Johnny Knoxville show and stuff of the 2000s. If you know, you know, with Steve-O and all them on there. But, he was a skateboarder and stuff. He had his own show. Well, after all that, shows, come and go, he kind of went into a downward spiral. Well, now he's like 45, and, he had trouble with drugs, with the law, alcoholism and stuff like that. Now he's skating again, just to skate, just to feel how it used to make him feel. Like every day he's skating, he's losing. He put on a lot of weight going through all that. Now he's not trying to impress nobody. It's just him going back to what used to be fun to him. And you got a lot of people just like dragging him through the mud about every decision he made 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 13 years. And it's like, bro, just let the dude skate. Like, how much hate do you have in you to wish bad upon people you don't know? And so that'd be a good thing. Start your Monday not hating. Don't feed into the BS on social media. Don't hate just to hate. Don't follow the crowd. Delay the first scroll or replace it with a quick journaling session. Talk to yourself in the morning. How do you feel on Monday mornings? Write it down. Come back and read it later. And then stay hydrated and eat something nourishing. If you're not fasting, but always stay hydrated. You're not just tired, you may be dehydrated or low on fuel.
Next up, we're talking about, does poor sleep link to self-harm in teenagers? That's coming up next, right after our number 5th.
Nope.
Yeah, here's our number 5th. Halfway there already. The Judds, Give a Little Love.
From their greatest hits, this uplifting track climbed to number 2. It's all about kindness and love, wrapped with the Judds' signature harmonies. Okay, I know this song. Give a little love.
Squeeze a little kiss. Give a little hug. I want some more of this. Take a little time. Yeah, a little fuss. That's what a woman wants. Give a little love.
How was your weekend, Cassie? I know we have this song on our playlist.
Take a little time, yeah, a little touch. That's what a woman wants. Give a little love.
I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Might get some.
Oh yeah, so
we can. It should be almost done.
so the mic's been up right after this.
All right.
We have 2 minutes. What is it, Micah's pickup or Micah's
Monday's
Monday?
morning picking me up. And it won't be too long.
What are you talking about?
Just don't drag into this Monday. Taking charge of this Monday.
Taking control of our Mondays.
Taking control. Cassie Johnson says it was great. Kay got to dig up some worms and got a bug trap. We trapped a bunch of bugs and it was so fun.
Nice.
He has worms in a bucket. He is calling them pets. Not out loud. So cute.
I remember them days. We used to torture bugs though.
I try to keep those green moths or whatever with the ones that just flap around. I caught it and I kept it in a little. Man, I put grass in there. Got stick, got rocks.
What was living lavish? So that bug was living lavish.
For real, it died. I woke up and it was dead. Like, I killed it. Heartbroken. I can't remember how it was, but I named him Fred. Every time I see one of them, I'm like, "What's up, Fred?" He's just now getting to go outside. He can kind of walk a little bit. Well, that's good. That's right. It's right. Monday morning, 7:49 on Idabel's First, 96.7 KBL. And you may wonder why we're a little bit more energetic today, because we're taking control of our Mondays. As should you. How are you doing today, Oran Jackson?
I'm doing fantastic, Micah. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It's a happy Monday morning. Listen. Today isn't just another start of the week. It's your launch pad. Mondays set the tone. So don't drag into it. Charge into it. Get those kids to school early. Get to work 10 minutes earlier. Give yourself that time to just give yourself that little pep talk. Sit in the car for those 10 minutes and just relax. We get so caught up in, sleeping in, running just on time that it kind of seems like you're just on the go. Try waking up 10 minutes earlier and just get up and give yourself that lenience of time that you don't have to rush. Take yourself out of that equation, because you know what? Honestly, driving in those moments are the most dangerous. And think about who you're driving with. Other people doing the same thing. You're all trying to get your kids to the school. You're all trying to get to work on time. You're all trying to make it to McDonald's. You're all trying to make it to Sonic, whatever. You're all trying to get someplace in a amount of time because you give yourself enough time to just do what you wanted. So instead of saying, ugh, Monday, flip the script, say, this is my chance to go ahead and get ahead. Knock out that first task, make that first call, check that first box. Momentum starts right now. Remember, if you own your Monday, you'll own your whole week. Don't wait till Friday to feel good. Feel good today. Create that energy right now. So take a deep breath, set your focus, and let's make this week count. Because Mondays aren't something to survive, they're something to conquer. Now let's go on this beautiful August morning, August 25th. That has been Micah's Monday morning pick-me-up.
I'm gonna do this intro. I'm gonna go straight in after this.
Okay.
To the
So not much. Going to Windhorse tomorrow, getting him some more counseling. They said, I need. Sometimes we do.
That's right. You're tuned in to The Live on 259. I'm your host, Oran Jackson, here with Micah Frazier.
Yes, sir. Hey, I want y'all to tackle those Mondays for real. Let's get back to this top 10 country songs for August 25th in 1988. And we're getting down to the meat and potatoes now. What would be at number 4? We got Eddie Rabbitt with The Wanderer, a country twist on Dion's 1961 rock classic. Rabbitt's version topped the charts with this upbeat, restless vibe, proving his crossover appeal. Okay, yeah, I haven't heard this version. I know that one. I've heard the original, I guess.
That sounds like Elvis.
What did it say? I guess the original is Dion's. How's everybody doing on Facebook and YouTube? Y'all getting around good this morning? Dennis Johnson.
Uh-oh.
Good morning here on 96.7 KBE. Going on. Right? Yeah. Oh, does it? I think we're going to start doing this on Mondays. Well, I appreciate it, man. We're just going to pick a random year. We're just going to do that day, that Monday, it'll be that day, and we'll just pick a random year and go from there. All right, brother. Praise. Then Johnson said, boy, that song brings back some memories.
Nice. That's the goal.
I like, if we get through with this list, I want to play Delta Dawn because everybody's playing that now for college football. You might have seen the Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? And I love that song, but I'm so glad I didn't hear it till like 4 or 5 years ago. I was doing my research, just plain old country. And that song, I was like, man, I love that song. And now they're using it. It's good to see that, in today's time, they're using that song for commercials and stuff for college football. Like, I don't know, it just gives it a whole vibe.
I'm going to play Cornelius' Warrior Minute.
Okay.
That's The Wanderer by Eddie Rabbit. That was our number 4 in our top 10 songs on August 25th from 1988. And here's a word from Cornelius Neal with the Warrior Minute.
Warrior Minute. Keep you up to date with all Audubon sports right here on Audubon Sports. 96.7 KBEL. Recapping action from over the weekend. Let's start back on Thursday. The Audubon Middle School softball team played at the Wright City Junior High Fall Classic. In the first round, they beat Blue Potter. Final score 8-3. Semifinals, they beat Denison 9-2. Now over to the Audubon High School softball team. They had a game at Antlers. The Lady Warriors rally falls short as they lose to Lady Cats 8-3. Quintasia Johnson hit a 3-1 homer to close the lead to a 4-3.
Yeah, Cassie, hey, sometimes we need it. And we don't realize it, honestly. That's one of them deals. Like, we get so used to being in 5th gear, 6th gear, and we're running on all cylinders that we forget to slow down and get some gas or change the oil, if that makes sense.
As the evening wore on, Audubon now turns their attention to their Week 0 season opener at Baggett. That will be on Friday night. On Friday, the Audubon Middle School softball team made it to the finals of the Wright City Junior High Fall Classic, where they faced the home team in the Lady Jackson Wright City. They lost in the final at bat to Wright City. Final score 8-7 to earn runner-up in the tournament. A chance for revenge looms down the road.
I can edit a video of this
High School softball team traveled to
where it's like number 10, number 9, number 8, number 7, and just do a little short for that. Don't miss the top.
On Saturday,
the Monday morning countdown
for that season in Bags. 4 out of the 5 Lady Warriors who ran earned medals. The top finisher was Lily Lopez. And
I went out and got some right after Connor took his line. That was 4 years ago,
but won Saturday.
Since then, Kate has broken off his legs 5 times, and it just won. Yeah, it's gotta. Sometimes the check engine light comes on, and you just gotta take it into the shop. If nothing else, just a vent to somebody else. What's going on.
On Tuesday, keywords weather prediction. Audubon High School softball team will make a short trip to Broken Bow to take on the Lady Savages. First pitch is scheduled at 5 o'clock.
And do the study links of poor sleep to self-harm.
Additional information throughout the week. Until next time, get out there and support your Warriors. Stay safe. As always, thanks for listening to the Warrior Minute. Right here on Audubon Spurs, 96.7 KBEL.
Shout out to Cornelius Neal with the Warrior Minute.
Yes, sir.
I'm your host, Oran Jackson.
I'm Micah Frazier.
And today we're talking about study links poor sleep to self-harm in teenagers. Study says insufficient sleep puts teens at greater risk of self-harm. According to a new study, researchers found that 14-year-olds who sleep less, fed later, and woke up more frequently were 14% more likely to intentionally harm themselves. This elevated risk of self-harm persisted even as the teens reached age 17. I mean, that's crazy to me.
Heck yeah.
Gotta put them kids to sleep. With up to 70% of teens not getting enough sleep, the findings highlight the importance of promoting healthy sleep habits to prevent this dangerous behavior.
And also, how about start a Monday ritual? Not that kind of ritual. You don't need no book and no lamb or anything like that, but something that only happens on Monday. And I think that's what we're doing today. We're getting a lot of likes on this, looking back on August 25th, 1988. So every Monday, you can, if nothing else, tune in to Audubon's First 96.7 KBEL Because every Monday, we're going to have the top 10 countdown for that day in a past year. And you can give us a year that, maybe you were in school and you want to know what were the top 10 songs when I was in high school or when I was in grade school, just what was going on when I was little and the world was so big. You let us know and we may just do that here. Till then, what do we got?
We got Restless Heart by the Blue. We have The Bluest Eyes in Texas by Restless Heart. It's inspired by co-writer Van Stephenson's memory of an old flame. This harmony-driven hit tells a love lost in lingering memories. It became a #1 hit and fan favorite. Again, that's Restless Heart.
That's number 3 on the countdown. Oh, yeah. Bluest skies in Texas. I think we played this one too. So they're supposed to set it up. I can talk to someone while he is. I'm really nervous about leaving him alone. Oh my gosh. Understandable. Maybe you could set it up to where y'all can talk together to the same person. What's going on Facebook? We're talking about tips to help your Monday blues. Is there something you do on Mondays to get you going right? I think preparing on Sunday night for Monday would go a long way. Maybe do something on Sunday that gets you ready for Monday. That kind of leads you into Monday. Me and my family usually have family dinner. Like all of us get together and we look forward to that on Sunday. We don't have any other plans after that. It's just we do that and we look forward to it. And now it's just a part of our daily or weekly schedule. So maybe start something like that. Maybe you enjoy, do something with the kids. Let y'all cook together. Make some snacks, Rice Krispie treats or something Sunday evenings. Maybe y'all have your own, what do they call that, Vespers? Maybe y'all read the good book with each other and, talk about it to end your Sunday evening. And let that roll into Monday. Because I think a lot of it is we drag Sunday because we got to go back to work Monday. And it's like Sunday don't even feel like a day off because you spend all day Sunday worrying about Monday. But if you don't worry about Monday, you can enjoy your Sunday.
When you doing the national days?
8:20. Yeah, I think it'd be good though, Cassie. Well, like I said, maybe y'all could get one. Maybe y'all could kind of do it together. I guess.
World's oldest person celebrates 116th birthday in UK. Wow. Let's talk about that. Number 3. I was number 3 in our top 10 songs on August 25th, 1988. That was Restless Heart, Bluest Eyes in Texas.
I remember that song. Well, I mean, I didn't hear it when it first came out. But I've heard it before, so it's good. We're getting to the deal. I'm really anxious to hear. I know number 2, but I'm really anxious to hear number 1. I've never heard that one before, that I recall. It doesn't sound familiar. We're talking about starting your Mondays on the right foot, getting together. Maybe you start Sunday night. Maybe me and my family, we have a family dinner, all of us together every Sunday. We try to anyway. Some days we don't, but that's what we look forward to on Sunday. And it just kind of, you get that whole family, you get to see everybody, you get to eat together. Maybe you do something like that with your family on Sunday evenings, just something that rolls into your Monday that has you feeling good. No longer not enjoying your Sunday because you're so dreaded about Monday that you don't even get to enjoy your Sunday. It just feels like, well, I got to go back to work tomorrow, so I don't feel like doing nothing today. No. If you stop dreading Monday, you'll get your Sundays back. We used to do stuff on Sundays. Take that Sunday drive. It seems like nobody really, sets nothing up like that anymore. Maybe y'all should start. Hey, you and the kids cook together on Sunday evening. Maybe y'all make some snacks or, Rice Krispie treats. Something small that you and your kids look forward to, especially your kids when they start reminding you, hey, what are we going to do this Sunday? What are we making this Sunday? Are we making this? Who cares? Maybe it's banana splits on Sunday. Every Sunday we got banana splits. Just something. And we got, what else what do you got on yours?
Next up, we got Keith Whitley, Don't Close Your Eyes. This is number 2 in our top 10 songs on August 25th of 1988. This song was written by Bob McDill. This heartfelt ballad was Whitley's breakout hit and Billboard's top country single of 1988. It's a plea for honest love, made even more powerful after Whitley's untimely death. So here it is. Here's Don't Close Your Eyes by Keith Whitley.
A long time ago.
Even now in my you still hold
World's
your eye.
116.
That's crazy, man.
But darling, this time that your memories die.
Just to have that thought that like nobody was born before you.
Yeah.
Like you're the oldest person on earth.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Don't close your eyes.
So I couldn't stop crying, and she said, my mom needs someone to talk to. So I think it will be okay if they stay on the floor and I do play scenarios. I will be right in the room next door after I do 2 more sessions with him. Yeah, just, it may all work out. We gotta give a shout out to our boys in lockup now.
And what?
When Jay texted us last week,
Oh yeah, for
Like this, man, play Elvis and Jailhouse Rock tomorrow morning. This one goes out to all the boys that didn't make bail, man.
that's crazy, man. Imagine being them though, tuning in like that'd be
For real, like.
well, they just got a radio
I guess so.
in the pen.
Tonight, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Don't pretend it's you. It's some fantasy. Than you ever know. Midnight, when you love me tonight, and don't close your eyes.
That's Keith Whitley. Close your eyes.
You know, before talk about his untimely death, they say that had Keith Whitley passed away, there would never been George Strait. That's what they say. Don't come at me, country music world, country music lovers. Don't come at me. I'm just the messenger. That's what they say. All the old, the older generations. They said Keith Whitley was that dude, and I love his music. He just had that voice, man. That's one of the voices like you can't work to. Like you'll never. You can sound good, but you'll never have that natural. I don't know what it is. Talent, I guess. But yeah, that's what they said. Keith Whitley was that dude, and had he not passed away tragically. I didn't say it. Facebook said it, so don't come at me. Let's talk about, you said something about that.
Yeah, so the world's oldest person celebrates 116th birthday in the UK. Her name is Ethel Caterham, the world's oldest living person and the oldest British person on record. Celebrated her 116th birthday in Surrey, England. Guinness World Records and Long by Quest certified her as the oldest living person on April 30th. Following the passing of Ina Canabro Lucas at 116 years old, Caterham, who outlived her sister and daughters, has 3 granddaughters and 5 great-grandchildren. She chose to celebrate her birthday with family, declining interviews from the care home where she resided. When asked about the secrets to her long life, Caterham advised saying yes to opportunities, maintaining a positive attitude, and practicing moderation. It's crazy. 116 years old.
116.
Just imagine being older than anyone in the world.
Imagine the things she has seen. Like we read it in history books. She witnessed that. That's
crazy.
From what? Let's say a good 1915. She was probably conscious enough to remember, her little music and just stuff that was going on. She'd, I guess, been born about 1909. So, give her about 5-6 years to where she gets conscious enough to where she starts, she can remember and have those memories. So you're looking at 1915 to now. That's crazy. The First World War hadn't even been so think about that. She was definitely conscious during the First World War. She was a kid still, probably getting close to a teenager, but at that time enough to know what was going on. And then the crash of the stock market, World War II, all that. Imagine the stuff that we read about in the history books. She's seen. We got our national days, notable birthdays, and memorable events for August 25th coming up right after the number one song of our countdown to the top 10 songs of August 25th in 1988. What do we got at number one?
For number one, we have Eddie Raven. Joe Knows How to Live. Originally cut by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Raven's version hit number one in 1988. It's a playful song about a free-spirited co-worker sneaking off to Mexico, full of humor and Cajun flair. Again, that's Joe Knows How to Live by Eddie Raven.
Yeah, I've never heard this one.
What you got on today's date? I got some audios.
National Banana Split Day.
Do you have National Secondhand Wardrobe Day?
Yes.
What about on this day in 1979, the Knack started a 5-week run at number one?
What?
My Sharona. The Knack started a 5-week run at number one with My Sharona.
If you want to throw that in, because I only have 3 memorable events today, so I can do that and then be like, hey, did you know, on this day in pop culture, just something that'd be cool.
We got Jen Simmons turned 76 today. You got that one?
Big Gene?
I'm just gonna say Jen Simmons turned 76 today. Here's a clip from I Wanna Rock and Roll All Night. It's a minute long.
No, I ain't got him. See, that's terrible. How I ain't got Gene Simmons, man?
What about this one? On this day in 1970, Elton John made his U.S. live debut when he kicked off a 17-day tour at the Troubadour in Los Angeles. Here's a clip from Your Song.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's National Hot Dog Day or National Dog Day. Still Cherry Blossom Day. National Got Checked Day.
I just got Banana Split Day, Kiss and Makeup Day, National Park Service Founders Day, National Secondhand Wardrobe Day, and National Whiskey Sour Day.
It's National Women's Equality Day.
Really?
Apparently. I like that top 10 songs though. Run that back.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. that was Eddie Raven with Joan Knows How to Live, the #1 song of August 25th, 1988. We hope you enjoyed that little segment. We'll do that every Monday. So if nothing else, you can look forward to the daily countdown for that, or the weekly countdown to start your week off right. We got our national days, and you know what? Be thankful if you're going to your job. You got to go to work. Be thankful you do got a job, because people like Shiloh Sanders, who got cut by the Buccaneers yesterday, he ain't got a job right now. All right, but he's good. He's got money. So his dad's got money, and his dad got money. So you ain't got to worry about him. He'll be all right. He can take a joke or two. On our national days, on August 25th, we got National Banana Split Day. So go out there and, hey, this Monday, go get you a banana split from your favorite ice cream shop. National Banana Split Day recognizes the sweet ice cream treat served with a banana, whipped cream, and various toppings. Get yours on August 25th. It's National Kiss and Makeup Day. So fellas, you've been in the doghouse because you stayed out a little bit too late with the boys, talking them old football stories, talking about those old deer hunting and fishing stories, and the fish get bigger every time you tell it. Well, today is National Kiss and Makeup Day. It reminds us to end the quarrels, the arguments, the fights, and instead come to an agreement with anyone you've had a disagreement with on National Kiss and Makeup Day. It's also National Park Service Founders Day. President Woodrow Wilson signed what is now called the Organic Act to establish the National Park Service as a part of the Department of Interior. The National Park Service protects 400 areas in 50 states, U.S. territories, and the District of Columbia, totaling 84 million acres. Also, we got National Secondhand Wardrobe Day. National Second-Hand Wardrobe Day encourages deals and savings each year across the United States on August 25th. Find steals in second-hand and consignment stores all day long on gently worn clothing to all. And last but not least, National Whiskey Sour Day on August 25th. People across the United States observe National Whiskey Sour Day. Join us as we share things up, as we shake things up with this adult mixed beverage. Get yours in moderation at your favorite local spots. It's time for your notable birthdays on August 25th. Joshua Lionel Cowan, 1877, co-worker of the model train, or co-founder of the model train company Lionel Corporation, and inventor of the electric toy train. We thank you, sir. Henry Trindley, imagine having that name. Henry Trindley Dean, 1893, dentist who pioneered investigation of the using water fluoridation in the prevention of tooth decay. We thank you. Frederick Chapman Robbins, 1916, pediatrician and virologist who conducted breakthrough work in isolating and growing the poliovirus in tissue culture. I think we thank you. Oh, isolating the growing of the poliovirus. This AI stuff ain't working for me. Regis Philbin, 1931, actor and television host who said to be the hardest working man in show business. Is that your final answer? If you know, you know. Charles Gigna, 1946, poet and children's author who is also known as Father Goose. Tim Burton, 1958, director, producer, and screenwriter of several blockbusters, including Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, Corpse Bride, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Wednesday. Billy Ray Cyrus, 1961, singer, songwriter, best known for his hit, Achy Breaky Heart. Rachel Ray, 1968, 30-minute meal chef and television host of Rachel Ray. You're memorable. You have some birthdays, don't you?
Yeah, I got one. Jen Simmons turns 76 today.
So we're going to rock out.
That's right. Here's a clip from I Want to Rock and Roll All Night.
You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy.
You say you want to go for the spin. The funny's something gonna let you in. You drive us wild, we'll drive you
Crazy. You keep on shining, you keep on shining. Sing it, folks. Happy birthday to Gene Simmons. Also, our memorable events for August 25th. 1829, President Jackson makes an offer to buy Tejas, as known as Texas, from them, but the Mexican government refuses. We'll see about that later on, folks. 1886, the first international polo match, U.S. versus England, is held at the Westchester Polo Club in Newport, Rhode Island. And in 1916, the National Park Service is created in the U.S.
Good morning. You're live on the 259 Morning Show.
Hello.
We know you're there. We can hear our echoes.
Is Timmy trapped in a well? That is all your notable birthdays, memorable events, and national days for August 25th. And now we have...
Here's Cornelius Neal with the Warrior Minute.
Good morning, Warrior Nation. This is Cornelius Neal here with the Warrior Minute, keeping you up to date with all Audio Sports right here.
They're live on 259 Morning Show. They chose.
Happy action from over the weekend. Let's start back on Thursday.
All right, we're going to get up out of here, Facebook and YouTube. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 o'clock.